What's good? Who wants to find out a little bit about a fougere fragrance from Tomford? If you do, stay tuned. What's good, YouTube? Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Michael, Mikey Cologne. I'm going to talk to you today about a fougere fragrance, and I think this fragrance is just so refined and modernised with a hint of old schoolness about it, and it is coming from the house of Tomford, and it is Beau de jour. This fragrance to me is gorgeous. It really is gorgeous. In 2019 it was launched in their private collection, I believe, and then in 2020 it was put in their signature collection, which are the round bottles like ombre leather and a few others. But I have the signature collection bottle, so I'm just going to talk to you about it a little bit today. What it was is I wore it the other day, and weared it, don't even a word. I wore it the other day and I just thought to myself, this is a stunner of a fragrance. So this is the box, just a plain white box with the name on front. And you've got the TF on top. This is a 100 ml bottle. It's at the perfume concentration. And then that's inside the box, nothing to see. It's literally just a plain white box. And this is just an elegant, gorgeous little bottle with the TF on the top of the cap, and obviously the name on the plaque on the front. Quite snug fit cap. It does slide a little bit, but it ain't a bad snug fit. Let's pull that off and then show you what the atomizer is all about. I've got to spray this on skin because it is just such a great fragrance. You see that? Not bad mist, not bad. Covers quite a bit, good distribution, nothing spectacular, but it is a good atomizer. Right, this thing is lavender. I've written the notes down because I wanted to read you the notes, and then I'm going to tell you what I can detect and how it plays on my skin. So you've got lavender extract and lavender, and then you've got rosemary, oak moss, mint, basil, geranium in the mid, and you've got patchouli and amber in the base. Right. So with lavender extract and lavender, you get a blast of that lavender, but there is no, I can detect just in the background when I initially spray this fragrance, I can detect a bit of citrus in there, and there is no citrus in the note breakdown. I mean, I got these notes on Fragrantica and I don't know how spot on they are, so I can only go off of what I've found on there, but I can detect a bit of citrus. I don't know if it's lime, bergamot, I don't know. But I could detect just a little bit of citrus there with that lavender. And this is another thing that I'm not stunned by, but that I don't get. The lavender on my skin goes nice and creamy. It's a little bit sharp, but it's just so smooth and creamy. It is so well done. It really is. It really is a well done fragrance. So you're getting that lavender, that's up top. That lasts a majority of the fragrance's life. It really does. And then, like I say, right, this fragrance is a bit herbal as well. Obviously, you've got the basil in there, geranium. You get that, you detect that, but then the mint. So it's got that little bit of crisp mintness just trickling in there a little bit. You can detect that, so that's nice, a little bit herbal. The patchouli comes out on my skin after a couple of hours. I can't detect, or I can detect it a tad, but it's more prominent on my skin after a good couple of hours. And then on the late dry down, that amber is just there, smooth, and you can still detect that creamy lavender. It is a gorgeous fragrance. It really, really is a stunning fougere fragrance. It's modernised, but it's just got that old school vibe about it. But it ain't old school, if that makes sense. Like, this isn't a fragrance for a man in his 50s and up. I'm only in my 30s. I reckon that even in your late 20s, if you're confident, you could rock this fragrance easy. This is the type of fragrance, to me, but remember, before I say this, you wear what you want when you want. But to me, this is a well-groomed gentleman, man, businessman, looking smart, or going to work, a CEO, boss, or even if you just work in an office where you dress smart and you wear a suit or you wear a shirt and tie and you've been freshly shaven or freshly trimmed, this fragrance would be stunning for that. Plus, as well, on a night out, if you're going out for a dinner or if you're just going to a wedding and you've got a suit on, this thing will shine big time, I'm telling you. Definitely, I would pull this out for them situations. You can wear it with a jeans and a t-shirt if you wanna. I have done. I really have done. But I'm just saying what I think it would be best suited for. And I think it is suited for if a little bit more dressier occasion. To me, I don't think, unless you hate lavender, and I know I said it's a bit herbal, but that's just in the background a bit. That's not up front, because obviously you've got them herbal components in there. It's going to be a little bit herbal, but that lavender's creamy, and like I say, then the patchouli comes out after a couple of hours. It is just gorgeous. Like I say, wear what you want when you want, but definitely dressier occasions, 100%. That's what I think anyway. Let me tell you something about the power of this. On me, I get solid projection, more than arm's length for me. I do 6 to 8 sprays, or 7 or 8 sprays I do with this. Easily 2 to 3 hours, I would say, projection, arm's length and beyond. The scent trail this leaves in the air, and it is gorgeous. And how do I know that? I put a couple of sprays on this on one of my brothers, just so I could see, sort of, to catch the trail, and if I could detect it off of him. And it was projecting off of him for hours. And every time he was walking in and out of a room, he was just leaving this scent trail, and it was just stunning. I mean, if I was to class a fragrance as handsome, this would be it. This is a handsome, sexy, gentlemanly fragrance. Definitely. And like I say, it's not for an older man. If you're a woman, wear it. But I think it completely leans masculine. But like I say, if you're in your late 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s or 70s, you can rock this fragrance. It is that versatile and good. Well, versatile as in age-wise and sort of not weather. I wouldn't rock this in the dead of summer. I wouldn't, but I'm not saying you couldn't, but I wouldn't. But anyway, I'm losing track here. I just wanted to talk to you a little bit about this fragrance. I really did. So anyway, 2 to 3 hours of solid projection. I'm sorry that I'm waffling. It's just I'm trying to get everything out at once. And then it rains in a little bit, but you've still got a nice scent bubble going on. A nice scent bubble, more than a foot. And then that lasts for another good couple of hours. On the 7th to 8th hour mark, it rains in, but it's still radiating off the skin. I ain't got to dig my nose in, I can still detect it. If you spray this on clothes, that's easily going to be there the next day, easy. And then probably by the 10th hour mark, because I wore this to bed once, woke up in the morning, could still detect it there, and obviously didn't have a shower straight away, was doing a few things, and then probably after the 10th, 11th hour mark, it sort of then dissipates, and it's basically, you can just detect it, but it's basically gone. I know Tomfords are, or can be quite expensive, because technically they're a designer brand. They're not niche. I know with their private collection, and I'm not slating them or knocking them, but technically, even though some of their fragrances are expensive, technically they are not niche fragrances. They are high-end designer fragrances. And that is the truth about it. It really is. But you can pick this up now for a 100ml bottle for £120. Do I think that's worth it? Yes, definitely. This thing to me is a little powerhouse. It really is. But anyway, people, I just wanted to talk to you a little bit today about Tomford Beau de Jour, or Beau de Jour. And I hope you liked my review. Let me know if you've smelt it, or if you own it, or let me know what you think about it. Remember, people, smelling good is always a pleasure and never a chore. And I will see you on the next one.